passenger, and she had grabbed him by his shirt and was smacking him in his head repeatedly, like 3 or 4 times.
It started with a call to the authorities on May 10th, 2023. The call was about a domestic disturbance, something that sounded routine for the officers responding to it. However, when they arrived on the scene, what they encountered went far beyond what anyone could have anticipated.
Look at him, there's not a bruise on him. I want to smack him here, hit his head. They're all drama queens, and he wants to put me in jail because my daughter all the time, his kid's in prison, and he's on all the time.
Alright. So,
I have legal custody of the children.
that's fine.
They're all under counseling.
Okay.
They have disciplinary problems. The mother's a she comes in out of the light, she comes in out of the light. I did smack him, then he starts hollering, she starts hollering. And this lady says the same thing. So everybody is like, I'm sorry. I'm examining the kid.
This was a case of discipline taken to troubling extremes, sparking an investigation into the safety and well-being of a young child. When officers arrived, they met the grandmother, a woman who openly admitted to disciplining her 5-year-old grandson. At first glance, it seemed straightforward. A family disagreement escalated, leading to police involvement. But as the officers started asking questions, they realized there was much more beneath the surface.
So, what happened with the child? Like, what led up to it? Like, just run me through everything.
I'm like, hurry up.
Yeah.
And the bus waiting, and you do the phone. I said, come on. You gotta go. You can't wait forever. And I went to grab him. I said, come on. And I went to slap him on the shoulder and dog.
The woman claimed she had used physical discipline because the child refused to go to school. While some U.S. states allow physical discipline within reason, this case raised immediate concerns. The officers noticed the child was visibly distressed. They needed to speak with him directly to understand what had happened.
Help you out, alright? You okay? You need a hug? Come here. It's alright. We'll figure it out, okay? Don't worry about it.
As they interviewed the boy, his words painted a concerning picture. He revealed that his grandmother had pulled his hair and struck him on the head. What made this even more alarming was that he said this wasn't a one-time incident. He claimed it happened almost daily. The officers didn't stop with the child's account. To verify his claims, they spoke with neighbors and others who might have seen or heard something. Witnesses confirmed the boy's story, describing patterns of behavior that indicated the grandmother's actions went beyond acceptable discipline.
She's got 3 of them. The little guy in the front seat and 2 granddaughters. 2 kids, one was sitting over here already, the other one was in the car. The bus pulled up, the older one got out, the 2 got on the bus. The little man didn't want to get out of the car. She opened the passenger door on this side, he was on the back right side. Come on, yelling and screaming at him. She walked around, grabbed the kid, jerked him out the car, grabbed his hair, started beating him in the head. This lady jumped out yelling and screaming, stop hitting him. I ran over to yell at her, and all of a sudden she just went crazy. The little kid is scared. Go ask him, talk to him.
One neighbor shared how they often heard loud arguments and unsettling sounds from the house, but they hesitated to intervene until now. Another neighbor recounted a specific instance where they saw the grandmother roughly handling the child, pulling him by the arm in a way that seemed excessive.
And I just see her with a little boy on this side of the car for the rear passenger, and she had grabbed him by his shirt and was smacking him in his head repeatedly, like 3 or 4 times.
With these accounts, the officers began to piece together a timeline of events. When confronted with these findings, the grandmother insisted that her methods were justified. She claimed she was simply trying to teach the child discipline and prepare him for the challenges of life. However, her explanations did little to ease the officers' concerns.
I did smack him, then he starts hollering, she starts hollering, and this lady says the same thing. So everybody is like, I'm sorry. I'm examining the kid.
The legal definition of discipline versus abuse hinges on reasonableness. At this point, it became clear that the line had been crossed. Despite this, the woman remained adamant that her actions were necessary even as the evidence mounted against her. Child safety became the priority. The Department of Children and Families, DCF, was called to intervene, ensuring the boy would be placed in a safe environment. Meanwhile, the grandmother's behavior escalated, making the officers' job even more challenging. As officers attempted to escort her to their vehicle for further questioning, she became argumentative, refusing to cooperate. This behavior solidified their decision to take her into custody for the child's safety and to prevent potential escalation.
Okay. At this point, you are being placed under arrest.
Okay, I will talk to you. I will talk to you.
We're past that.
No, I will talk to you.
We're past that. Turn around.
Listen, I will talk to you.
Turn around. Do not go away. Can buy your back on?
Listen, I got...
Okay, I'm good. Like crying, I'll be a little bit easier.
I have arthritis. I can't do cigarettes.
Yep.
Investigators began delving deeper into the grandmother's household. They learned that the boy wasn't the only child living under her care. She had adopted 3 others. This revelation raised even more questions. If the 5-year-old faced daily mistreatment, what about the other children? Were they also subject to the same treatment?
She beats these kids all the time. Every day at this bus stop, she's cursing, screaming at them. She can't handle it. It's ridiculous. DCF is supposed to be involved, yet nothing's getting done.
Right.
These poor kids are suffering.
DCF arranged for all the children to be temporarily removed from the home pending a thorough investigation. The officers noted that while the 5-year-old was now safe, their work was far from over. What made this case stand out was the role of the community. The neighbors' willingness to speak up was crucial in exposing the mistreatment. It's a reminder that sometimes the most important interventions come from those closest to the situation. One neighbor reflected on the incident, saying, "We hesitated for so long, not wanting to interfere in someone else's family matters, but now I'm so glad we did. That boy needed someone to stand up for him." Their bravery highlighted the importance of community vigilance in protecting vulnerable individuals. As the investigation continued, the grandmother faced formal charges of child abuse. Legal experts weighed in on the case, emphasizing that while discipline is a parental right, it must be balanced with the child's safety and dignity. The case became a focal point for discussions about where to draw the line between discipline and abuse. The grandmother's defense team argued that she lacked malicious intent, framing her actions as misguided attempts to teach discipline. However, the prosecution countered with evidence of consistent patterns of harm, suggesting that her behavior caused emotional and physical damage.